Hey everybody, alright, so I know I am behind on my update. So this is going to be the week 25 and 26 update. Wow. So I've been really busy, and sometimes whenever you're busy, you just don't feel like updating. It's just, you're just like, oh, I'm busy, I'll just update later. This time, it's like I literally felt like updating. There was so much I wanted to tell you guys, but I could not find the time. The only downtime I'd have, like, I'd need it. So, a lot has been going on. I don't even know how to start. I'm going to keep looking over here. I tried to make a list so that I wouldn't be so bumbly, but there still probably will be. And so, first off, I know a lot of people were wondering about my 3-hour glucose test, and it was an ordeal. So anyway, I ended up trying to talk about it, and everything I needed to say about it, if anything, just it made me feel better. It ended up being really long, and so instead of cutting it down or trying to, summarize what had happened, I just decided to make it its own little update. And so it's pretty much 10 minutes of me talking about the whole thing and what happened. So watch it or don't. End of the day is that I had some misdiagnosis issues going on. Led to many things that were annoying, and anyway, half of that glucose screening update, if you guys are brave enough to watch it, is just, I think, me needing to get it out. So I'm just venting in it. But anyway, there you go. So moving on, symptoms for me, let's see. Okay, so I have started to get really tired. I'm losing my energy very easily. It's like I get up and it kind of reminds me of when I was first pregnant, but it's weird. It's like I get up to do stuff and I'm not doing much, but then like within an hour or two I'm just exhausted and have to like take a nap or relax. And so that started happening more, and I'm kind of like, ugh, because I have a lot of things I need to keep my energy up for this next couple of months that I have left. And so, oh yeah, by the way, 3 months left. Woo! So, and getting towards the end of my second trimester, I'm ending out the second trimester, almost to the third. Let's see, what else is exciting? But yeah, so tired, very tired. I have started to leak from the bosom, so that's fun. It's funny because it kind of like, I'll notice it at night. I'll have like little dry flakes in my bra where it dried. At first I thought it was like crumbs, like maybe I'd eaten something and like it had fallen in my shirt and I hadn't noticed and like somehow ground into my bra, and I was like, oh man, when did I eat something so messy? And then I finally, after it kept happening, I finally figured out what it was, and I was like, oh. And then the other night, I was lying in bed and I woke up and there was like a wet spot on my bed and subsequently on my shirt, and I was like, whoa. So I got all paranoid. I was like, am I supposed to leak that much? So I looked it up and I found out that in your second trimester, it's perfectly normal to secrete the colostrum or whatever. So I guess that's what I did, and it hasn't happened since, but it did kind of take me aback. I was like, whoa. As of last Tuesday, I still haven't gained any weight, so that's 6 weeks of not gaining weight. However, as you guys know, you've been watching my videos, my stomach is growing so much. I mean, like, seriously, go 6 weeks back, and then like to now, and it's just like, ploop. So clearly the baby is growing. So I'm not really that worried about it, but anyway, so that's happening. And for all I know, I've just put on 5 pounds in the last week. I don't know. I don't even weigh myself anymore. I just do it at the doctor's office. So, oh, my hips have been aching at night, just like they did before I got my little snuggle, my body pillow, my pregnancy pillow. It's definitely worse when I don't use the pregnancy pillow, but it still kind of aches. Like, it'll just, I don't know. So, aching hips, no fun, but not a big deal. So the baby, she is so awesome. She moves around like crazy. I love it. I love it. I just love it so much. The way she bumps about in my stomach, it's hilarious. And wow, I don't know. Just every time I'm like, whoa. Every time she starts, I still will just like, lift my shirt up to watch the show. That's what I always call it now. Like to my husband, I'll be like, oh, she's putting on a show. And so he can like come over and watch, and it's amazing. It's my favorite part of the day. So multiple parts of the day are my favorite now, I guess, because she does it a lot. So that's really fun. And she does have a tendency, if you talk directly to my stomach, like my husband does, she'll kick back, which is really cool. It's so awesome, guys. Oh, I love her. I just love her so much already. And now that she moves more and more, it's just like, it's easier for her to seem real. It's, you know, so it just, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to get into, this might be a two-parter too, because I'm about to get into some good stuff. So this is why I've been so busy. Okay, so the last time we talked, I just finished that film thing, and it went really well. And I don't remember if we'd gotten to when I had the screenings or not, but anyway, my film screened, and everyone loved it, and it was just so cool. And I do have it up, so I'll link to it eventually, maybe not today, but eventually. And it went over really well. So that was good. You always like it when people like your work. So I think that's where we left off, as I was about to go to the screening. Well, then, let's see. That Friday, I guess it's just been a week. Let me look at my calendar. This is ridiculous. I know, guys. I'm sorry this entry is going to be more crazy, scattered, boring. I'll try to cut some of this out. Okay, so I'm looking at my calendar, yeah. So, the Friday after my last update, Kyle and I decided Kyle is awesome. Like in the summers, he works for a school board, a school ISD. So in the summers, they do 10-hour days, Monday through Thursday, and then they have Fridays off, which is really cool. So anyway, on Friday, the 12th, I guess it was, yeah, Friday the 12th, we went and looked at houses. We looked at like, oh my gosh, guys, 13 houses or something. It was really crazy. And saw some that I was definitely like, ugh. And then saw some that I loved, you know, of course, and saw some that were maybes, whatever. And there were 3 more houses we wanted to look at that we couldn't see that day, okay? So anyway, so then we went home and we narrowed down the houses to 1 that I really liked. And anyway, so then on Sunday, well, actually the day after, Saturday, I went to Galveston with my sister-in-law, just kind of on a whim. We just decided to go. So we went, her and I just by ourselves just drove down to Galveston, and we played in the water a little bit. Not much. There ended up being a jellyfish, so we didn't really play in the water a lot, and had a really good dinner, and it was fun. So then Sunday, Kyle and I went to look at those 3 houses that we hadn't gotten to see yet, and also to revisit 2 of the houses that were at the top of our list from Friday. So we were supposed to look at 5 houses. Well, on Saturday, one of the houses we were supposed to look at on Sunday was sold, so we nixed it off the list. So we were looking at 4 houses, 2 new ones we hadn't seen yet, and 2 that we were revisiting. So Kyle and I went to one of the new houses, and we went on our own, but without our agent, because they were having an open house. So we went and saw it, and the house is in this super fancy neighborhood that's manned. Like, it's not just gated, but there's a man there. So it's manned, gated, and it's just this really cool neighborhood. And Kyle was joking about how if we lived there, you know, he felt like he'd have to change his driver's license photo to him wearing like a top hat and a monocle to fit the neighborhood. And anyway, it was just cool. But when we looked at this house, it was a big house, really beautiful, and just a really nice house, right? A little pricey. It was still within what we got pre-approved for, but more than we wanted to spend. And but we liked it, so we kind of put it at the top of the list. And then we went and met our agent, and we re-looked at the 2 houses that we had liked on Friday, and narrowed it down to 1 of them. And so I really loved that one. Anyway, so then we had the 2. We had our first choice because of price, and it was really awesome. And then the second choice was that open house house. And so, and I really liked that house too. And my husband actually, I think he preferred it, but our agent told us we went and looked at it one more time that same day. She said she didn't think, they had already priced it below the market value of the neighborhood because the people are they're relocating, so they've got to sell the house quickly. So she really didn't think they'd come down in price. So we were kind of like, okay. So we decided to make an offer on the 1 house, and I was really excited, you know.